Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Zach Wilson and the New York Jets.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the New York Jets. Set to go now on a wet and rainy night. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah, it was good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
The drive will start with an option going left. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Jackson's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. A look at the numbers last week for Edwards. 15 carries, 5 yards past 100, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him at the end zone in this one.
And they run with Edwards off the option. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Off the option, here's Edwards. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3's in. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. It seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Flushed out right. And he finds Corey Davis. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a big play that time by the Jets. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, Most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
From the 40 now on second down. Wilson, they will find Davis. That's complete. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Robert Tonyan, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. They're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go play action now. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And the defense loses him. It's complete. They're all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
Play action. It's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll dump this off to Carter, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Good job. How that boy stepping up, Miley.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Now Wilson on first down. Reception here by Ruggs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
To throw again is Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back. That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And if it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt. But with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Going for it, it's Carter. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So the defensive front holding strong there on 4th and inches.
And how about the battle of big people up front? That turned into a leverage game, didn't it? Defensive linemen, they won it. Lower than the offensive guys, pushed them back, knifed through, and made a great play.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And they run with Edwards off the option. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, They got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Second and 4. Off the option, here's Edwards. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Edwards now on 1st and 10. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The 41 drop. capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's Wilson to throw. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Wilson's throw there complete to Ruggs. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 36.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. Touchdown Jets. John Ross as the 1st half is winding down. And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue. as you can see by the scoreline. Miles Sanders, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. Teddy Bridgewater leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson, a strong performance there over
an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second and a couple, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On first and 10, it's Carter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Throwing on second and 8. Wilson. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They'll run on first down. It's Carter. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Carter once more. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Wilson. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Third quarter on a Monday night with a second and 10 coming up. We'll check on his status when we get back. On second down now, it's Carter. Now he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on first and 10. Nice run on second and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on third down? You're a little off balance.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Henry Ruggs, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, a famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they run with Edwards off the option. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Play action. It's Jackson. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. Touchdown! Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there. Call it the 26. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Carter. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Odafe Oweh. Credit him with the sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Off the option, here's Edwards. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Play action. Now Jackson. Man open is Robinson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
Brandon, that was a nice route that time. Lined him up on the right and worked his way all the way across the formation. One of the toughest routes to cover because you keep waiting for the ball to be thrown or for him to break something off. He goes all the way across the field, right to left, for a big play.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Again, Jackson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. His fourth touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a two-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a two-score deficit. On first down, Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Into the secondary past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw is Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And some room to maneuver. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now it's Wilson. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Throwing is Wilson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. A handoff for Carter. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. There's Wilson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Edwards. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here's Wilson and the Jets. Down 31-28. 33 seconds to go. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Rifles one incomplete. Elijah Moore, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wilson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught at the 20. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. Now on the return. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And the Jets have recovered.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there.
Absolutely.
Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. On first down, it's Carter. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this